Well, someone who is not going to brainwash you, this next gentleman, actually just showed up a little while ago, and I don't think I've seen you perform before, but I have no doubt he'll be very funny, and I think we should give him a warm welcome like we do to all new comedians. Well, new to the Bookworm. I don't know how long you've been doing it, probably a long time, who knows.
You're terrible.
But I know I am terrible. I tell you, this is what too much caffeine and not enough sleep does to you. It fucks you up. Caffeine is a hell of a drug, okay? So this next gentleman coming up to the stage, that's how good Bookworm coffee is. Bookworm coffee puts Viagra out of business. That's how good it gets the blood flow going. This is not a mic stand. This is just my dick with a tan, all right? Now this next gentleman coming up to the stage, very funny guy. Please put your hands together for Josh.
Hey, what's going on? How are you? It is weird, isn't it? All right. We work together. Hello. Hello. It's good. All right. African American, it's all right. So, just wanted to say thanks. And in the Bookworm Cafe, I've been doing comedy in a little bit. I've done it for a long time, but I haven't jumped on a open mic in a little bit, so I'm gonna shake a little bit. It's all right. Hopefully I'll get some weed later. So I'll be okay. But I got a couple jokes. You guys want to hear them a little bit? Is that cool?
Yep.
All right. Are you 21? Just want to make sure, because I might cuss. Might even say the N-word. Okay, just want to make sure. All right, good. That wasn't funny. All right, so anyway, a little bit about myself. I'm from Rockford. How many of you guys are from Rockford? All right. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
From Rockford, that's cool. But nobody really ever says that, right? When you go someplace, you always say you're from Chicago, right? No? You always say you're from Rockford?
Yeah.
And they ask you where that's at? And you say, hey, have you seen MSN? Homicides? Place to live, right? No. All right. These really aren't jokes. I'm just kind of clearing my mind first. So, everybody gets older, right? Everybody gets older. Everybody gets to a certain age where you figure, you're like, hey, how do I know I'm getting older? And I ask myself that too. I ask myself, how do I know I'm getting older? How do I know I'm getting to a certain age? And I reference pop culture. Do any of you guys reference pop culture? And you guys look at it, you know what I'm saying? You don't at all? Well, I do. I watch a little TV. And anybody watch The Cosby Show? I used to watch The Cosby Show, right? Okay, so I watched The Cosby Show, and when I watched it, who was the finest on The Cosby Show? Everybody knows, Lisa Bonet, right? Lisa Bonet was the dopest on The Cosby Show. Everybody's like, oh, I got to get with her, I got to see her, I got to see her. But I'm getting older now. So you know who's getting finer to me? Sandra. You remember Sandra?
Yeah.
Sandra was like the crazy one, right? She was tripping. She was really just a stay-at-home mom. She freaked out when she had a baby. She didn't know how to cook. But then she learned how to cook. And she was making meals on the regular. Alvin was eating. Y'all remember? Alvin never went hungry. And what was crazy about it is that's getting sexy to me now. Because the brother's getting older and I eat. And when you're a bachelor, you know, you don't think about eating. You don't really think about it. You're just like, I'm cool. Get my dick sucked, I'm alright, right? You don't really think about eating. But now, yeah, it's alright. You know what you think about. A lot of dudes don't want to laugh right now, but that's what you think about when you're younger. You don't really think about food in your belly. But Sandra was cooking all the time, and that's so sexy. And she really was not sexy on the show at all, but I like that now. Alright, we'll move on. This is just a simple thought I had the other day. But why does your call never drop when you call your phone company to pay your bill? You know what I'm saying? Like your phone drops all the other calls, but when you call to pay your bill, you always manage to get right through. Just a thought, not a joke. I also thought about this. These are some old jokes, but you know, whatever. Roofies are like steroids in sports. They're just cheap. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just unfair. You really don't need them, right? I mean, level the playing field. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. I just recently found out what Snapchat is. I just recently found it out. I guess that's sexting for the ADD generation, right? You know, like a good old text message isn't good long enough. I'll be honest. I can't sext in 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's only 2 strokes. I need longer, Apparently that's how long you get on Snapchat. So, do you have an iPhone, sir? You're looking like you got a flip phone. Snapchat. You can use it on smartphones. Okay, all right, just moving on, keeping it real. This one, anybody Muslim? Hope not. So I went on Christian Harmony. Have you seen these on ESPN? I watch a lot of sports. So you watch ESPN all the time. You see they have these dating shows. Not dating shows, but dating sites. You can go on. They have ChristianMingle.com. They even have FarmersMeat.com. Have you seen this lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Farmers Meat. I was like, what the hell? You know, farmers meat. What farmers need meat for? Like, they're by themselves. They have sex with pigs. What do they mean? That's not the joke. But either way, I watched it. I'm like, Farmers Meat, Christian Mingle. I went on BlackPeopleMeat.com. And I went on just to see what was going on. Me and my buddy were talking about it. So I went on there and saw a few folks, and I see why they're on there. So I looked at it, and I was like, black people have it, farmers have it, you know, Christians have it. Christians have it, and I went on ChristianMingle.com, and to be honest with you, I thought they were going to be talking about Christ, and they were going to talk about the Bible and things like that. They're really not. The only thing you can assure yourself of on ChristianMingle.com is that they're not Muslim. That's the only thing you can assure yourself. But then I started feeling like Muslims were left out. I really did. I said, what's going on? So I was like, they should have a MuslimMeat.com. They really should. And I started thinking, what would that be like? What would the parameters of MuslimMeat.com be? And I thought it'd be dope because you have a lot of women, all veils, right? And you just see how dope the chick is by the veil. Like, you get a gold veil, you're like, oh, she had a gold veil, I like that. That's so sexy, you know what I'm saying? Or a silver veil, or a kind of a halfway clear veil, but you really can't see through it, so you're kind of guessing, you know? Like when you go and you just sit right against the foggy mirrors, you're like, ooh, I think, is that, she might have a big nose, she might have a big nose. I don't know, you know, it'd be so exciting. And you really wouldn't get to see it. Apparently y'all don't kick it with Muslims. I do, because I'd like to see that on MuslimMeat.com. And then I thought about the guys that would be on there. Like, what would they put on for women? How would they attract women on there? What would be the questions they'd ask? Like, hey, how do you feel about short-term relationships? Say 2 to 4 weeks. How do you feel about interests like bomb making? We're edgy tonight. I thought about that, right? And I was like, that'd be interesting. Or how do you feel about cities across the world that start with the letter K? Kabul, Kandahar. I know y'all watch news. Come on now. Anywho, they would have their own special Al-Qaeda section. Sweating, right? I know, it's edgy stuff. That's why they were on my iPhone. So, hustle and culture. I love you guys. I really do. Hustle and culture. I love them. Everybody see that they're doing big things for hip-hop, right? Do you guys listen to hip-hop? Okay, all right. Hustle and culture. So, that's a big thing for the city, and I love that. It's just like Hustle and Flow. White guy saving black culture. Touche. I love you, though. I really do. So, I'm a big storyteller, though, when I do some jokes. I just tell a couple stories and feel it. So, back, you know, when you guys go to a club, everybody's been to a club before, right? You go to a club, you get out there, and you go to a club for a lot of reasons. You do. Sometimes you go to a club because you really want to just kick it. Just lay back, relax. Sometimes you go to a club because you want to meet somebody. Well, I went to a club because I wanted to meet somebody, right? So I go, and I'm in the club. I'm feeling it. Anybody go to the old Stashes? Remember Stashes used to be? God damn it, y'all. Y'all got to give me something right now. Y'all remember Stashes? It's a fatties now. It ain't shit right now. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Clap, do something. Shit. All right, so went to the old fatties, right? Or the old Stashes. I'm sitting in there, and I'm kicking it, right? And as I said before, I'm African American, so you like little ass, right? You like little ass. So I'm looking around to see who's got the biggest ass. So I'm on the dance floor, right? And this chick, I'm seeing her, right? I'm like, dang. My God, it's ridiculous ass, right? And this song comes on, probably like, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. And you know how you do the little look, right? I'm looking at her, right? And I'm standing there, get my pose on, right? Trying to make myself a little bigger, right? But I can. Right? So I'm on the wall, she's looking at me. And you know, we do a little signal. I'm like, she's like, yeah. So I'm like, like, this is cool, right? And it's a crowded dance floor, so we're all trying to get our mingle on. We're all trying to get our groove on. So the beat comes on. We're doing our thing. She comes over, and or actually, I move up to her. I take that back. I move up to her, and she's up there. I'm grinding on the wall, man. I'm just grinding on her, right? She's moving back. I'm like, yes, this is so dope. Like, I'm feeling it. Big ass, you know, I was like, this is dope. So the song ends, right? And I'm a gentleman. So I said, hey. I was like, can I get you something to drink? She's like, yeah, I'll take a cranberry vodka. I was like, cool. So I leave. I'm trying to do my little pimp walk off, you know what I'm saying, a little something like this. And I look at her too, and I'm like, hey, you want to wait a chair? She's like, yeah. And I see her, I'm like, I don't know how she has such a big ass. And she starts to move, and she moves like this. And I said, how damn it, her ass was so big. One leg was shorter than the other. It didn't make no damn sense. I mean, my whole damn thing. It was crazy. She just hopped up like this. She's like, yeah, baby, I got you. I said, oh my God, I have been tricked. I have been tricked. It is not ass. It is a deformity. I was so confused. It shocked the heck out of me, man. It was. I promise you, it was crazy. I got a lot of crazy friends. After that night, because I did talk to her. She lived in Janesville, right? And anybody get been to Janesville? It's cool. Yeah, Janesville crazy. I know. A lot of you may not know. It's a Klan country. It's a Klan country. A lot of you may not realize this. I was not aware of it. She told me this. And you know, you go a lot of places for ass, right? Or deformity, either one. So I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm traveled up there, whatever. So I get my boy. My boy is a felon. Been a felon for as long as I know. Might have come here a felon. I don't know. But he doesn't travel anywhere without a weapon. But he's a felon, so you can't have a gun, right? He's found a way around that. So a lot of you may not know this, but my friend is a felon. He's from the South, and he also is deaf. So the way he speaks is a little bit different than you might be used to. He talks, and he likes 8-Ball MJG. They're a popular Southern hip-hop group, right? So he is very gangster, but deaf, and from the South, right? So I call him up. I'm like, hey, man, we're going to make this trip to Janesville. I got this party to go to. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, that's going to be dope. Yeah, come on over, man, pick me up. I was like, cool, all right, I'll come by and get you. So I go by and get him, and we start, getting ready. I was like, all right, we ready? He's like, no, man, I got one last thing to get. I said, what is that? He's like, man, I got to be strapped. I was like, but you don't have a gun. You don't have a pistol. He's like, don't worry about that. He opens up his emergency kit, takes out a flare gun. He's like, going on the road, brother. You have a flare gun? Okay. So we get on the road, right? So now we're in Janesville. This is pre-GPS, pre-cell phones, pre-all that, right? So we're on the road, going to Janesville, and we start to go down. And wouldn't you know it, but it's pitch black, and I'm with him. He's like, man, you got me out here in Klan country, man. They coming for us. I said, oh, my God. It's not like that. But I started to get a little scared, too, because it was pitch black. So we're driving down, and this pickup, like, yeah, your typical movie is coming past us. The pickup comes past, goes about 100 yards down, does a U-turn. He's like, oh, that's why I got my flare gun. And he takes it. I was like, oh, my God, I'm about to go to jail for a flare gun? Are you serious? He takes it. He's like, yeah, I can't wait for this. So they speed up on the side of us. They like pull over. I'm like, oh, my God, what is going on? Pull us over. I said, what? We keep driving, but you can't. Pull us over. They're lost, too. A bunch of white guys lost. They asked us for directions in Janesville. I know it was kind of a letdown. You expected more. But these are all true stories. So just tell them they're real jokes, but they're stories. So that's how that one ended. Yeah, I know. A couple of things. There were some other things I wanted to work out. I haven't workshopped in a while, guys. It's been about 5 years. So just going through some things. How you guys feel about the government shutdown? It's crazy, right? I'm going to be honest with you. I wish Barack would go back to smoking weed. Because we could have resolved it real quick. And I know you may not think that's cool to talk about our president like that, but his lips are real black. He used to smoke. My brother used to smoke the blunt down like that. You know he did. You know, he even said it. Barack's from Hawaii. They used to get the good stuff, too. He was out there smoking weed out of coffee cans. If you've never really been a true weed hype, you don't know nothing about that. You'll smoke out anything. I know some people that smoked out of peaches. For real. These were white theater girls. They didn't have nothing else. So, it's a true story too. But I wish we could go back to smoking weed because we could resolve the situation a little bit quicker with a little bit more decency, right? He would be a little bit more calm. And the thing is that It's a lot of white people in the room. I know you're from Rockford, and that's cool. I'm not really a race guy, but I am going to speak about race for a little bit. Because black people elected Barack. Let's keep it real, they did. Black people elected Barack to get in there and be gangster. We really did. We didn't elect Barack. We elected Barry. We really wanted Barry Obama. We did it. That was what he was before he went to Harvard. And we really wanted that. But he got in there and he's not able to do that. He's not able to really go in and be gangster. I don't know if y'all saw Samuel L. Jackson the other day. He said, hey, he's like, I wish he would just be hard. I just wish he would go in. I just wish he would go in there and tell them, like, look, motherfuckers, I know y'all don't like me. I know y'all want me to fail, but I just got something to do, and I just need to get this through. But, you know, that's the problem, is that you can't have a gangster in the presidency like that, and that's what we really want. I think he's going to snap. I think he's going to snap like 2-3 months before the end of the campaign, before the end of the term. I really do. I think what's going to happen is he's going to look up. He's going to see that a lot of people are acting crazy. He's going to see that nobody let his stuff go through. And he's really just going to lose it on them. And I'm going to be honest. I'm ready. I got my guns. I got my pistols. I'm ready for the revolution. When it comes time to rob, we're going to be on I-90. I'm serious. It's going down. I may see a couple of y'all. Y'all are cool. I'll give you a pass. Tell me right now about your family members so we can make sure they're cool too. But it's going down. Folks nervously laughing. All right now. It's serious. You thought about the zombie houses. You better worry about them Obama houses. And the other thing too, I'm going to let you guys know another piece of it, letting you in on Black Culture tonight. There were a couple pieces that he tried to let brothers know about real early in the term. You guys remember the Cash for Clunkers?
Yeah.
That was a hootie hoo. Do you know what a hootie hoo is? Yeah, it was a hootie hoo. That was a cuckoo call to all brothers to get your rusty Cadillacs and trying to get y'all some money. That was his first real bailout, if you will. He was trying to help us out, but we didn't all get the memo. Not everybody got the memo. I should have, because I had a clunker, and I kept holding on. I was like, I can get more than 4,000. I wound up selling for 800. But I should have took the 4Gs. He tried to help us out with that one. Obama phone. Not a lot of people know about the Affordable Health Care Act, but everybody knows about the Obama phone. I don't know how they managed to get that PR so well. Everybody's like, oh, I got no Obama phone. Don't text me, though. I don't have no text on it. You can call before 8, between 7 and 8 for 1 hour. Let me think here. What else was I? Oh, Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian. Did you guys know Lamar was on crack? Yeah. Lamar is smoking crack. That's a horrible thing. I always wonder what makes a rich person and a successful person go to crack, because it's one of those things where you understand what it takes to be famous and what it takes to be rich. But to be on crack is just, you know, it's something that's a really tough drug. What kind of pressure makes you go to crack after all of the information we have on crack, huh?
No, sorry, I'm agree with you.
Oh, no, that's cool. I'm just kind of thinking about it. Like I said, I'm riffing on a lot of stuff in my head. But who thinks about that and says, hey, I don't think crack's going to addict me? I don't understand it. Like, you just try it. Another true story. So me and my buddy, I've always been the Jackie Robinson of things. We were some of the first brothers to date chicks from Harlem. It went down like that. It did, back in the early 90s. It was rough back then. But we went out there and we started talking to chicks. And he always wanted to get some rich girls, right? So we wound up talking to these two girls. One of them, I don't know why she liked me, but her dad had left the country and left her a Mercedes to drive, right? So she's like, hey, I want you to drive my Mercedes. I'm almost done. This is a funny joke, though. And he was like, I want you to drive my Mercedes. I said, cool. So she says, all right, you're going to drive it? I said, no, I'll let it sit in the garage and I'll just turn it on and listen to it because I'm scared. So we, did that for a couple days or whatever. And then she said, hey, why don't you guys come by and party with us? And we were like, cool, we want to party with you guys. You guys seem cool. So we said, what do you guys do? And they said, well, we do a lot of things. We smoke weed. We're like, we don't smoke weed. It's just our thing. They're like, well, we drink. We're like, well, we'll have a couple sips with you. They're like, and we smoke crack. Smoke crack? She's like, yeah, we really do. I said, seriously? You just pass crack pipes around? She's like, it's not addictive. This is again in the 90s. I said, you don't think it's addictive? She was like, no, you just take a couple puffs. It's all right. You don't inhale. I mean, the residual smoke doesn't still come to your lungs somehow? I mean, you don't inhale crack smoke? So we left them, and years later, I heard that she was actually elected to Congress. So go figure, I don't know what happened. Yeah, man. Goes to show you, don't be born black. All right, y'all. That is my time. Give it up for Marco. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Let me work on these. I appreciate it.
Is she currently serving? I just gotta ask, because I watched those debates and it would explain a lot. I'll take that as a yes. I'll take. He doesn't want to get audited this year. I'll take that as a yes.